Secret Service says a man in his early 20s carrying what appeared to be a shotgun and a fuel can entered a restricted area around Trump's Palm Beach, Florida home early this morning before he was shot and killed by authorities. I want to bring in CNN's Julia Benbrook. She's at the White House. So, Julia, how is the president's team responding to this?
Yeah, the most important thing to note here is that President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump, they were here at the White House at the time of this incident, but they travel often to their Mar-a-Lago estate. In fact, the president has been there almost every weekend in recent weeks. During a press briefing that took place earlier today, the Palm Beach County Sheriff, Rick Bradshaw, standing with representatives from the FBI and Secret Service, he detailed what they know now. He said that a man around 1:30 in the morning made it into the perimeter at Mar-a-Lago, and that a deputy and 2 Secret Service agents on the detail went to investigate. Take a listen.
They confronted a white male that was carrying a gas can and a shotgun. He was ordered to drop those 2 pieces of equipment that he had with him, at which time he put down the gas can, raised the shotgun to a shooting position. At that point in time, the deputy and the 2 Secret Service agents fired their weapons and neutralized the threat. He is deceased at the scene.
Authorities have said that this man was in his early 20s and from North Carolina. He was reported missing recently by a family member. Now, the sheriff did say that his deputies are always wearing body cameras, and so we could see some of that footage in the future there. But the FBI is the lead agency on this. They will be responsible for handling any questions going forward. And we did hear from FBI Director Kash Patel a little while ago. He posted on social media. He said, quote, "The FBI is dedicating all necessary resources in the investigation of this morning's incident at President Trump's Mar-a-Lago, where an armed individual was shot and killed after unlawfully entering the perimeter. We will continue working closely with Secret Service as well as state and federal partners, and will provide updates as we are able." They are currently processing the scene and analyzing any evidence. They've also asked people in the area that if they have any doorbell camera footage that does seem suspicious, could be related to this, that they should contact authorities.
All right. Thank you, Julia. Still a lot of questions at this point. I want to bring in CNN Chief Law Enforcement and Intelligence Analyst John Miller. You've been talking to your sources here. What does this investigation look like at this point?
Well, what they're trying to do, Omar, is to backtrack through the last 24 hours or more since this individual was reported missing. He's a 22-year-old man from the area of Cameron, North Carolina, and it appears he drove there to Mar-a-Lago. One of the things that was found in the vehicle, his Volkswagen SUV, was the box for the shotgun. So investigators believe that he left his North Carolina home, stopped along the way perhaps, and purchased that shotgun and the gasoline, and then drove to Mar-a-Lago. One of the questions is, how did he get into that perimeter? It appears that as an employee was leaving and opened the gate to walk out, he caught the gate and walked in. He made it about 20 to 30 yards before he was confronted in that perimeter by 2 Secret Service agents and a deputy Palm Beach County Sheriff. And as the sheriff said, according to their report, and the deputy does have body camera, as he was ordered to put down the shotgun and the gas can, he put down the gas can, raised the shotgun into a firing position, and all 3, both agents and the deputy, fired, killing him.
Do we know if the shotgun was loaded? I mean, obviously pointing a weapon at law enforcement, it prompts the reaction that they had here. But just on the back end of this, do we know if that shotgun was actually loaded?
You know, it's a good question, Omar, because as you point out, there's no way that those law enforcement officers would have known by seeing the shotgun whether it was loaded when it was pointed at them. But the question goes directly to, what was his intent of going into that perimeter? Did he know that President Trump wasn't there and was at the White House? Was his specific intent suicide by cop, which we've seen in a number of these incidences where people cause the police because of their own depression, mental health issues, whatever it is, to take their lives. Whether or not that shotgun is loaded will give us a better indicator of that when we find that information out from the FBI. But right now, I don't know the answer to that, but it's a good question.
Yeah, a lot of questions still in this early stages of the investigation. John Miller, appreciate the time as always.